Hi, beautiful people. Welcome to psysigns, where we decode behavior and help you build emotional clarity. And today, we're diving into a topic that might hit close to home. 10 behaviors that could be keeping you single without you even realizing it. Now, let's be clear, being single isn't bad. In fact, it can be one of the most powerful seasons of your life. But if you've been feeling stuck, like no matter what you do, relationships never last, or people always pull away, it might not just be bad luck. It could be patterns you're repeating without noticing. So, let's break down these 10 behaviors and see which ones you recognize in yourself. 1. You're always chasing perfection. Do you ever find yourself making a list of everything that's wrong with the people you meet? Too short, too tall, not ambitious enough, too ambitious, didn't text fast enough, texted too much. If you catch yourself doing that, it could be perfectionism talking. Now, having standards is healthy. You should want someone who respects you, loves you, and treats you right. But perfectionism is different. It's that voice that says, if they're not flawless, they're not worth it. Here's the truth. Nobody is flawless. Even the best relationships are two imperfect people who choose each other anyway. If you keep chasing some fantasy ideal, you'll miss out on the very real, very human love right in front of you. 2. You avoid vulnerability. Let me ask you, when was the last time you really let someone see you? Like the real you, the messy thoughts, the insecurities, the fears you usually keep hidden. For a lot of people, that's terrifying. Maybe you've been hurt before. Maybe you learned early on that opening up only leads to disappointment. So you build walls. You stay surface level. You joke, you flirt, but you never really reveal yourself. The problem? Walls might keep you safe, but they also keep love out. You can't build intimacy with a mask on. Vulnerability is scary, yes, but it's also the bridge to real connection. Without it, relationships stay shallow, and eventually they fade. 3. You confuse attention with affection. Quick dopamine hits. The thrill of a compliment. That rush when someone new shows interest. It feels amazing, right? But here's the danger. Attention is not the same as affection. Attention is temporary. Affection is consistent. If you chase the high of someone who floods you with energy in the beginning but doesn't actually care about your well-being, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. Ask yourself, do they actually care about me, or do they just like the idea of me? It's a small distinction, but it makes all the difference between a fling that fades and a love that lasts. 4. You self-sabotage when things get too real. Be honest. Do you ever push people away when things start to feel serious? Maybe you pick fights over little things. Maybe you suddenly get too busy. Or maybe you tell yourself they're losing interest, so you back off first to avoid getting hurt. That's self-sabotage. It's fear of intimacy disguised as control. Somewhere deep down, you might believe you don't deserve lasting love, so you ruin it before it can reject you. But here's the hard truth. If you keep sabotaging, you'll never experience the safety and depth you secretly crave. Healing starts with catching yourself in the act and asking, am I pushing them away, or am I protecting myself from something that hasn't even happened yet? 5. You cling to the wrong people. We've all been there, holding on to someone who's clearly not right for us. Maybe they're inconsistent. Maybe they're emotionally unavailable. Maybe they've outright told you they don't want the same things. And yet you can't seem to let go, because something feels better than nothing. But here's the painful irony. While you're holding on to the wrong person, the right person can't get close to you. Clinging to what doesn't serve you only blocks what could. Love requires space. And sometimes the bravest thing you can do is release what's not working, so you can finally receive what will. 6. You idolize independence. Independence is attractive. Being self-sufficient, confident, and whole on your own, that's powerful. But like anything, it can go too far. If you pride yourself so much on not needing anyone, you might push away people who want to support and love you. You tell yourself, I don't need help. I don't need love. I'm fine. And maybe you are fine, But love isn't about needing. It's about sharing. The healthiest relationships aren't two halves making a whole. They're two wholes choosing to walk together. You can still be strong, independent, and deeply loved at the same time. 7. You romanticize the wrong dynamics. Let's be real. Sometimes chaos feels exciting. The bad boy. The unavailable girl. The constant push and pull that makes your heart race. It feels like passion. It feels addictive. But here's the truth. If you keep chasing chaos, peace will feel boring. You'll confuse healthy stability with a lack of spark. And the sad part? You'll keep overlooking people who could actually love you well. Real love isn't meant to be a roller coaster of highs and lows. It's meant to feel like home. So if you catch yourself craving drama, pause and ask, do I actually want love? Or am I addicted to adrenaline? 8. You don't communicate clearly. Mind games. Mixed signals. Saying I'm fine when you're really not. Expecting people to read your mind. These habits push good people away faster than anything else. Healthy love requires clarity. That means saying what you mean, asking for what you need, and being brave enough to express when something isn't working. Remember, communication isn't just about talking. It's about making the other person feel safe enough to respond honestly, too. If you can't be clear, you'll keep attracting confusion. And confusion never leads to lasting love. 9. You let fear of rejection control you. Rejection stings. No one likes hearing, I'm not interested. But if you let that fear run your life, you'll miss out on so many chances for love. Think about it. How many people have you secretly liked, but never said a word to? How many opportunities have you let slip by because you were too scared of what might happen? Rejection hurts for a moment, but regret lingers. Sometimes the scariest step, sending the text, making the move, saying how you feel, is the one that changes your story forever. 10. You neglect yourself. At the end of the day, every relationship you'll ever have starts with the one you have with yourself. If you don't respect yourself, others won't. If you don't take care of yourself, you'll keep attracting people who treat you the same way. Self-love isn't just bubble baths and positive quotes. It's setting boundaries. It's investing in your growth. It's reminding yourself, I am worthy of healthy, lasting love. Because when you believe that, you'll stop settling for people who don't treat you like it. So, which of these 10 behaviors hit home for you? Maybe you saw 1. Maybe you saw 5. But remember this, none of these behaviors are permanent. They're patterns, and patterns can be changed. Being single doesn't mean you're broken. It just means you're in a season of learning. And the moment you start breaking these cycles, you make space for the kind of love you've been waiting for. Don't forget to subscribe, because here at psysigns, we're building emotional clarity one truth at a time. See you in the next one.